Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce, where we're going to talk about the markets in plain English and try to figure out how option writers just keep getting richer and richer and richer and richer. Um, I got to tell you, today is one of those days. I lick my chops. I get excited on days like today. What an easy day to make money coming up here. Oh man, have we got opportunities? Um, we're all watching, of course. Many on this channel are very keenly interested in GameStop and what GameStop is doing. No kidding, Sherlock. Are we ever? We all watched last night when the results came out, and some of you may have listened to the conference call, and then you watched the aftermarket trading. And we noticed yesterday in the evening that the shares were in the 26, 25, 26.50 range for most of the evening, give or take. But this morning, it's faltering. It's not going higher, actually, this morning on top of yesterday's trading. It's backing off. The other disappointing thing, if you're a long-term bull and you want this thing to go to the moon, volume 355,000 this morning have gone through from what I can tell you. That is disappointing. That is not a ringing endorsement of greatness here. Let me double check something else too. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. We're over on CNBC's pre-market. Sometimes the volumes on pre-market differ from one site to another. They're showing 369,000 shares traded. So it's a nothing burger. We're talking about, divide this number by 4, 370,000, let's say. That's about 90,000 shares pre-market before the split. That's all that's trading this morning, about 90,000. This is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a couple of words. Not good. Yeah, that's the word. Not good. Up $1.56 to $25.60. Yeah. But broke 27 last night and was hanging around. 2680, 2670, 2689, all that stuff. Just not great. It's been slumping all morning. Broke through the 26 barrier quite suddenly, viciously, and now we're at 25.60, trying to get back to 26. That's what I see going on here. Okay. End of the world? No. So what's the opportunity then? So what are you all excited about, Bruce? How are we going to make money today in the options market? If I'm an option writer, Bruce, tell me, please tell me, how are we going to make money? Well, you heard the old saying, buy on the run up, sell on the news. Yeah, well, it's very possible that this morning's first 10, 20, 30, 50 minutes, 1 hour, we may have some gyrations on our hands. And you option writers and those of you who have bought back calls and are waiting to write again, you're all on pins and needles. You're all going to watch this market very, very closely. There's some volatility coming in the first 15, 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, for sure. If you're in a position where you bought back calls yesterday and you're waiting now for this morning to write calls again, you're wondering, gee, when can I, what should I write them at? And, which series do I write? Which contracts? How long should they be good for? What should be the price of the exercise price? What do you think? My thinking here is if the shares want to do any kind of a pop, I think we'll be lucky to see 26. 26 and a half to 27 might be the long shot. Remember, yesterday afternoon, they were 23.42 at one point. That was the low yesterday, 23.42. At 25.02 right now, which is where I see them this second, that's $1.60 higher than the low of yesterday. Not a lot to get excited about. I mean, the headlines you've seen are like, the stock's up 10% in the aftermarket. Investors cheer results of GameStop. Meme investors, chasing GameStop up 10, 12%. We're up 4% right now at 25.10. And we're only up $1.60 or so from the low of the day yesterday. We were at $45 a share 3 weeks ago. We're at $25 a share now. All right. Where's the $10 pop? Where's the $5 pop? There is no $5 a share pop. This so-called great news, we're up $1.09. Okay. We're not going anywhere because management of GameStop has a flaw. And the flaw is they don't speak publicly about their prospects. They don't back up what they try to indicate to us, how great they're doing, with follow-up interviews on camera. Anybody ever seen Ryan Cohen on a microphone? Nobody talks to anyone on the record. And so we're left to our own devices to guess for ourselves. And here we are, 25, 23, 25, 28, 25, 10. We're all by ourselves. So you as option writers, what I would be looking for is I would be looking to write calls in the first hour this morning on a potential, possible, cross your fingers, pop in the market. That might not happen until 10, 20 minutes into the market. It could be that the first 5-10 minutes we have a lot of turnover and a lot of churning going on and the stock doing this, but nothing great on the upside, nothing much on the downside. And you got to be sitting there going, you think this can go to 26 and a half on a shot? Could it hit 27? If it did, which contract would you write and how much would you want for it? Because what is your gut telling you about next week's trading potential for the stock? The stock market yesterday, the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P, they all went up yesterday. A relief rally. We're down right now to start the morning. We're so slightly. We're not up another 200 points in pre-market for the Dow. We're down 13 on NASDAQ in the pre-market. So that was a lovely one-day, rally. This morning we'll kind of go through the first hour to see if any profit takers come in or people get off this train. They've come to a station and they're figuring this train is going to go back a couple of stops. So I'm going to get off here and take the next train higher maybe. There might well be some selling coming in to start the day on a nice little pop yesterday. That's possible. And on GameStop, they might get a little pop and they might slump back down. And for next week, if the market backs off again, keeps going down, the big three markets, and I think they're going to be range bound for a while on a slow track lower. GameStop, the pressure on GameStop will not stop. It'll go back to 23. It'll go to 22. It'll go to 20. And so you might be able to write a call this morning at a really nice price. And that's the key right now. What I would prefer you guys to consider is writing in the money calls. If you can write a $25 call when the stock is at $26.50, it's $1.50 in the money, plus premium, can you get your hands on $3 to $3.50 or more per contract? Writing either next Friday or the Friday after or the Friday after that contracts. If you write 2 to 3 weeks out contracts in the money, that gives you 3 weeks to wait out the reaction you're looking for. So if this thing wants to do a partial pop this morning and then back off a little bit and then come back up a little, and tomorrow it's still wishy-washy, you don't care. You've written calls that are 2 to 3 weeks out. You've received a ridiculous amount of money for it, 15% of the price of the stock right now. You're sitting on cash and you're waiting to buy back your calls at a nice little price. And if the shares just back off to $25 from 26.5 to 25, they're at the money now. Those contracts you wrote, they might be down $1.50 right away, and that might entice you to buy them back right away and score $1.50 and say pop to 26.5 again. I dare you. I'll write 25s again for 2 to 3 weeks out, and I'll look to buy them back for $1.50 every dang time. I'm happy to do this. There might be those kinds of trades in your immediate future. You could write 26s and 27s, out of the money. The stock pops to $26. You write 27s for 1 or 2 weeks out. Bring in maybe $2, $2.10, $2.20. Sure, you could do that. And the shares back off $1.25, $1.50, whatever. Those calls will drop by 40, 50%. You could take those trades. You could rewrite those again and again and again as well. All right. So you've got a number of choices. Now, if you're already sitting on calls that you wrote, you've written 24s, 25s, 26s, 27s, you're watching with great interest, especially if they're expiring tomorrow. Take your time. Don't worry about it. Look, if the shares reach 26 and a half this morning, don't do anything. Don't worry about rolling over today. Nothing like that. Just cross your arms. It's a tomorrow thing. On the other hand, if the shares today reach 26 and then they falter to $24, $23.80 later today, you might then at that point take a look at buying back your calls that are likely all out of the money, because I don't know of anyone that hasn't written anything under 24. I don't know if anyone's written under $24. Most of you have written 25s to 28s to 30s here. Stock backs off. The contracts really collapse out. You're buying them back today and writing next week calls for more money. At the end of the day today, a lot of you are likely going to have had a situation where you've either written calls because you want to take new positions and brought in a bunch of dough, or you've bought back calls that you've already written and written new calls and brought in additional cash. At the end of the night, a lot of you here are going to be sitting on additional cash reserves in your accounts. And tonight and tomorrow, you are doing this and waiting to see your next move. And if the shares want to move 10% for the next 1 or 2 or 3 days, they want to do that game, you're more than happy to play along for the ride. You're not going to fear the upside to $40 a share. Are you afraid of the stock going to $18 a share? Maybe, but you know what? You're going to take advantage of option premiums in the meantime to compensate you for any drops. But there could well be some volatility now, up and down, which some of you will take advantage of. All right, there you go. That is where I think we're at. 25.29 is where the stock is looking. I keep glancing over here at my big ass iPad. 25.24, 25.29 is where we're at the moment. In the pre-market, we still have 45 minutes left to go. All right, the Dow's down 3, the S&P is down 4.5, and the NASDAQ is down 28. That is what's going on. Now, just as I came on the air, just before I started, the ECB announced a 3/4 of a percentage point increase in the bank rate in Europe. So the Federal Reserve of Europe, the ECB, the European Central Bank, raised interest rates 3/4 of a percentage point. Everybody was calling it. No surprise, no shock. It has been done. The thinking over there is that they're going to raise their lending rate up to about 2%. I think they're dreaming in Technicolor that they can get away with that. They're going to have to raise rates a lot more than that if they want to really tackle inflation. But they've started with a 3/4 of a percent move so far, and now that sets up the speculation game. Is it a 0.5 point next month and a 0.5 point the month after that? And that'll get them now to 1.75, almost 2%. Is that how they're going to do it? Or in the next 30 days, is it going to become apparent to the ECB that we can't do a top out at 2%? We have to top out at 3.5, because the Americans, with Mr. Powell, he is going to raise rates in the U.S., and those are going to reach perhaps 3.5 to 4.5%, putting mortgages at 7 to 7.5%. That is what is likely going to happen in America, and there's no way Europe cannot follow that to a degree. You can't be less than half the American rate. There's not a chance. Anyway, there's some speculation for you. The not shocking news, the big news this morning, actually, is Queen Elizabeth. That's actually the big news over there. Her physical condition has deteriorated dramatically in the last 24 hours, and she's now in bed resting. Her doctors will not let her. They're telling her, don't even get up. And so she's in need of rest, because she was quite busy the last 24 hours with one prime minister resigning and another prime minister coming in. She did those functions to continue the government forward, and now she's resting in bed in Balmoral, which is in Scotland, with 24-hour medical people around her, and she's in rough shape. And so there's this pall over the UK right now settling in, because the realization of many are, oops, 96, and she's in rough shape. this might be it, because the statements coming out of Buckingham Palace aren't these glossy little, oh yeah, she's got a cold. No, we're not getting that now. We're now getting the, she is kind of in bed for maybe the rest of the term. I just saying that no one wants to say the word, but that's the story. Anyway, there you are. We'll watch for that. In the UK this morning, the new prime minister got up and announced an energy subsidization program, widely expected. It was supposed to come out. It has. What the UK is doing in plain English is they're going to cap costs to consumers for natural gas, utility prices, and so on, at £2,500 per year for the next 2 years. Instead of having 80% increases in energy prices, where a number of households in the UK would have been paying £6,000 a year for energy, it's capped at 2,500. The government will step in for the differential, and of course they will be negotiating and working with wholesalers and retailers of gas to obviously control prices. And this is government intervention that either has to happen to save consumers from absolute carnage, which will devastate the economy, or the tax man steps in the middle of it and gets into it. What is not happening is the UK government is not instituting a windfall profits tax on energy producers, because they want energy producers to keep drilling and keep finding natural gas, keep bringing gas to the market. If you put in a windfall profits tax, oil guys go, why should I drill? Every time I drill and bring in gas, you guys tax me more money. I can't make a dime from this business. And I can't, I have no new cash to keep drilling. I'm not going to do it. So the government's saying, no, we're not going to tax windfall profits. The companies will make more, they'll spend more, because they want to drill more, because they can get more. I mean, it's one of those, greed conquers all. They're suspending taxes inside the energy costs. They have all these environmental taxes and other taxes. They're gonna eliminate those to reduce the cost overall. But it's a shuffling of chips on the table. And for consumers, the good news is they have certainty for their electric and utility bills. They have certainty, a cap. And for the government, that is a big deal, because an election is coming in 2 years. And the opposition will not be able to pick on the government for allowing consumers to be held hostage or to be exploited and extorted by billions and billions of pounds. So that was expected, it's happened. Now we move on. We'll see what gives next. What politicians forget, or they conveniently, because they know this, they conveniently don't mention it. And a lot of the members of the public who are so uneducated and will not get educated, people you viewers were with me, you all know people like I'm about to describe, where they hear the story that, natural gas prices are way up. The oil and gas company are making all kinds of money from higher oil prices. Wow, they should be taxed for that. They are taxed for that. What certain people conveniently like to ignore is, if you as an individual got a raise at work of $50,000 a year, your boss loves you, and they decided to give you a promo and give you a $50,000 a year raise. Coworkers of yours that don't know you very well, or are completely ignorant of what the world is like, are going, oh wow, 50,000 more, you lucky. You're not getting 50,000 more in your pocket. You know that. I know that. Your tax on that is going to be half, 60%. I mean, you've been bumped up into a higher tax bracket. Most likely, you're paying more in taxes. And so, what are you getting really? You're getting 25,000 a year, 20,000 a year, but you've just doubled your workload, right? Yeah, you're getting 20,000 a year more. It's true. Net, you've earned it. Congratulations. Earn and justify that raise. But you didn't get all $50,000. If an oil company like Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, all these guys, they make $5 billion more in profits gross that means they've probably paid $1 billion to $2 billion more in taxes because they have a tax rate in there, and they can't hide these glorious profits by coming up with magical write-offs all of a sudden. These are windfall profits that are just hitting the balance sheet, and they're going to have to pay more taxation. Whatever that rate is, it's 18%, 22%. It's on the number, whatever your number is of profits. The American people, the Canadian people, the UK people, the British, the German people, the EU, all Asian governments all benefit dramatically with higher energy prices because governments around the world are addicted to taxes from certain sectors of the economy. One is energy. Another one, alcohol. Another one, cigarette smoking. A third one that's coming on big time, cannabis. Governments are addicted to taxation sources wherever they can get them without losing votes. And if they can, for example, you go on a holiday to Florida, you're out of state, you're coming into Florida to Disney World with your kids or Universal Studios or going to the Keys, anywhere in Florida. You're going anywhere in California. You're going anywhere in New York. You're going anywhere in America, basically, from one state to another. Guess what taxes you pay? You pay hotel taxes, tourist taxes on hotel bills. There's the sales rate, the sales tax, and then there's a tourism tax, a hotel tax. Here in Alberta, where I am in Canada, this is just like Texas, conservative government, trying to be low taxed, trying to benefit the world, and all this. Less government, we have a hotel tax, 12%. 12% hotel tax. And who pays it? Mainly non-Albertans pay it. Because who comes to Alberta for a holiday? Non-Albertans, Brits, Europeans, Americans. They come in here, spend a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks. They're paying the hotel tax. Everybody does it. No politician in Alberta will get unelected because there's a hotel tax, because the Albertans don't pay it. The justification is, well, it's paid by outsiders. Of course, when Albertans go out to other provinces or states in the US, we pay the hotel tax. That, again, we didn't elect the politicians in California, but we're making California richer by going there, paying the hotel tax. This game continues on every level, right? So on energy, governments love it when the prices are higher. They don't want to say it, though, because they'll make you mad, and you're voters. They don't want to do that. So they just go, it's the world price. What can we do? It's the, it's shortages. It's Putin's fault. It's all Putin's fault. It's not our fault. Just because when you go to the gas pump and you put your 380 gallon into your tank, or your 450 a gallon, or your whatever you're paying, if you ever saw the list of the actual cost of a gallon of gas broken down by all the taxes that are in the middle of it, until what you get down to the oil company, and then the oil company gets that money and they pay tax on that through income tax and payroll taxes and business taxes. The taxes, they're everywhere. They're everywhere in everything we do. And governments have to have the cash flow to keep the roads going, keep the bridges going, to keep the system running for fire departments, police departments, national security. I mean, just go on and on and on and on. People don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to know about it. They just hate taxes. And that's, again, the simplistic thinking is alive and well, will never end. And when you have the old discussion at the dinner table at Thanksgiving time, if they're not talking about you and what you're doing and your options, they're talking about taxes and politics and blah, 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 okay? But it's all built in. This windfall profits tax is a joke, an absolute farce. It is a political stunt to try to appease voters. The bitter reality is, you want to cut the cost of energy in your life? There's one thing you can do. Turn down the thermostat in the winter and wear a sweater. Increase the price of the temperature in your house in the summer and use fans, or change the system on how you're getting your energy into your life. And I know that some of you are in states and provinces where it's impossible to get around the tax man, because even if you put in your own solar system, they tax you. Or if you disconnect from the grid, they want to tax you. I mean, there's all kinds of crap out there, okay? But if you want to reduce the cost of energy in your life, use less of it. Hard choices to make. You either pay or use less. And the problem with energy usage and everything else, it's not like we decided in the last 6 months to use double the amount of energy we used to use. You know, we're not that irresponsible as a human race. We haven't done that. The reality, though, is you can't double production of energy overnight, because it's a multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure business, like tens of trillions of dollars globally. You can't double energy usage overnight by just flicking a switch and making it all happen. But what you can do, instead of trying to double or increase energy creation, is you can spend some money and innovation in using less of it, making homes, businesses more energy efficient. In other words, put some damn insulation in those walls of yours, or new insulation in your ceiling. Spend a little now to save a lot over the next 30 years on the structure, and make your structure more valuable to the next buyer. Because if you can show off to a real estate agent that you're going to hire, here are the bills we pay for electricity and for winter and summertime. This is what we used to pay in 2021. This is what we've been paying since 23, 24. Even with higher prices, we've increased the insulation of our house. We've increased our window protection, our doors, all this stuff. We've invested in our house, our business, to be way more energy efficient. You'll get a higher price for your house. It compensates you for the price you had to pay to make it happen. People are so short-sighted, they don't even go there. They don't want to hear that. I don't want to talk about that. I just want politicians to fix everything. And if you don't, I'll vote you out. And that's it. It's an 8-second attention span to a problem that has been lingering and will always be here. And so there you go. All right. Enough of that. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Thank you. We will do that. Anyway, what can I say? It's nice to have you here, and I'm glad you're with me today, folks. We're going to go over to members only right now. We're getting a number of comments apparently that are not all that appropriate, so we'll move over there. Another reason why we do have memberships here is to just keep it nice. In any event, thank you all of you who are here. Those of you who are subscribers, those of you who are members, thank you all for your support. It's great to have you. And let's make some money today. I think today is an easy day to make money in this market. What can I say? GameStop, it's nice to see, at least from the GameStop perspective, it's nice to see how the company has come out and said, look, here's our sales. They're steady. They're shifting more into the e-commerce side. Here's our, what we've spent to create the new NFT crypto thing. We have a partnership with FXX or whatever it is, XF, whatever they're called. We have that. We're moving forward in our direction that we wanted to go all along to take this company to another level. As opposed to, we're AMC. We're $5.4 billion in the hole. Our competitor just went bankrupt. We're in big trouble. We're going to split our stock 2 for 1. We're going to give you pref shares. We're going to use those to raise money to pay off our debts. And lo and behold, nothing's happening because who the hell wants to buy an AMC anything right now for any price? Absolute disaster for the company. AMC shares are sitting at what do we got now? $8.39 for the common stock, $5.08 for the prefs. That's where we left off last night, and so that's what $13.47. So the common stock was $27, running up to the dividend day. The company couldn't sell a single share, 27, to anybody because they're restricted by their own shareholders as to how many shares they can issue. They do the split, and now the whole thing is worth $13. and you want to issue prefs right now, they couldn't get $5 a pref share if they tried. Trading at 508, they can't sell. There's no way. And even if they raised $500 million, sounds great. Oh, well, $500 million. Hey, way to go. Yeah, $500 million. That's not even 10% what they owe to their bankers. Doesn't solve a damn thing. It just elongates the suffering because they are bleeding millions a week, bleeding it out. They're just getting crushed. It's terrible. But then there are the haters who, they want me to love AMC because it's apparently going to go to the moon someday. Well, good luck with that. Anyway, welcome one and all to the party. Nice to have you here. We're at 25.15 on GameStop, only up 110 now on the session, 111, I guess, 4.6%. It's possible that the shares of GameStop could be lower today than yesterday. We could be down to $22 tonight. We could be. And we didn't get bad news from GameStop. It's not like the news came out and it was, they're going broke. They're running out of money. Nothing's working. No, that's not the case at all. This stock is, and this company is surviving. They're evolving continually, and they're going to continue to do so. But their number one problem that they have is they do not speak publicly to their own investors and to the market at large. And so they remain an anomaly, an enigma, and they're referred to as a meme stock, and no television network and no major financial publication gives them any kudos at all because they don't know what they're doing. These entities don't know what this company is actually doing and why they're doing what they're doing. And it's left to the shareholders to be on their own to try to figure out what the hell's going on. And sometimes it's cute and it works out okay, and most of the time it's not cute. It's frustrating, and it limits new investors to come in because the worse the shares do, the more they slump, the more upset people get, and the less confidence they get, and the stock doesn't attract new investors to take out those who want out. And therefore, the stock goes down in price. That's how this works. And we've lost $20 a share from the height. Admittedly, we went to 45 in a spike. But 35 to 25 is still a $10 drop. And that's a lot of money. That's a third of the market cap has evaporated in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now, good news, option writers have been making that cash back by writing contracts. If the shares want to be range bound for a while, which would be fine with me, the shares want to stay between 24 and 30 a share for a while, that's even better because it allows option writers to write options, take in those premiums, enjoy the shrinkage of those premiums, and the stock just kind of meanders around, stays at the same level, and this cash keeps coming in to the holders of the shares and or long-term calls that are watching this show, watching this channel. Beautiful. That's the way you want it. HBQ, if it wants to stop falling and hang around here a while, great. Pfizer wants to stick around these levels, great. More power to all of the option writers who are just going to bring in cash from premium shrinkage week after week after week after week after week, and it just puts capital into accounts that can be used any way you want to use it. Way to go. So far in the pre-market now with 6 minutes to go, Rocket Lab is down 9 cents this morning. It was up 33 yesterday. SoFi is down 7. It was up 17 yesterday. We had GameStop at 25.26, up 122. We lost 111 yesterday. AMC down 9 and Ape shares up 4. So they're down another nickel this morning combined. Matterport is down 3 cents after gaining 15 yesterday. 23andMe looks like it's down a nickel, gained 12 cents yesterday. Spire is up another penny this morning. It gained 2 yesterday, closed at $1.50. It's 151 now. ATIP gained 8.6 cents yesterday to close at 105. It's now 108 in the pre-market, up 3 cents. Nice to see a little bounce there. We were as low as 85, I think, is the low. For the year or all time. Smart Rent was up 1 penny yesterday. It's up now, what, 4.99 cents here, 303, let's call it. Cyxtera down 16 yesterday, up 8 this morning. Apple was up 143 yesterday after their show and tell. They're down 131 this morning. Concerns you have to keep in mind for Apple are that they said to the world, hey, here's our iPhone 14, whatever, and we're not increasing prices on our phones. That's a positive and a negative comment to be making. To not increase prices is acknowledging to the world, hey, we get it. There's an inflation going on right now, and we'll take a hit on margins to maintain leverage and maintain market share, maybe even increase market share. But the skeptics will say you couldn't raise prices. You didn't dare do that right now. If you were to have raised prices right now, you would have upset a whole lot of people, and you don't want to be doing that. So it's a smart move from a PR point of view. The bad news is the margins will be squeezed. And on Apple, they have room to lose margins. Believe me, they have huge margins. But the analysts will get the slide rule out. The old-fashioned guys, they'll bring out the slide rule and a piece of paper and a sharp pencil, and they'll figure out that they won't make as much money next year as this past year. The reality will set in that Apple's net profit won't be as good as it could have been theoretically if they'd raised prices. But the other side of the argument is, well, by not raising prices, they might keep their sales number higher and they won't have as much of a drop off in sales. If they raise their prices, they might sell way fewer phones. Margins are there, but on fewer volume. I mean, either way, they're losing something somewhere. And at the end of the day, the question has to be from an investor's point of view, well, are the shares going up or down? That's all I want to know. What do I do? Now, as an option writer, I have news for you on Apple. Don't fear the upside. Don't fear the upside on Apple going to 180 or 190 or $200 a share, because they are not going to have the profits to justify those kinds of prices for a while. We're going into a worldwide recession. Apple is worldwide. And so there you go. Okay. Other stock to watch. Where was I? Here I was. Apple, down 144 right now. Goldman was up 407 yesterday. It's down 93 right now. Cisco was up 55 yesterday. It's down 24 cents right now at 44.79. Tesla was up 927 yesterday, down 123 this morning. Arc Innovations was up 138 yesterday. It's down 66 at the moment. Microsoft was up 484 yesterday. It's down 112 right now. Bed Bath Beyond was up 87 yesterday. It's down 16 in the pre-market. Pfizer up 37 yesterday, down 6 cents here. HPQ was up 14 yesterday. It's down 17 this morning, 27.30. Carvana was up 182 yesterday. It's down 29 this morning. Twitter was up 254 yesterday. It's down 25 cents this morning. Alphabet was up $3. It's down $1.08. And Amazon was up 337, down 74. So you can see the backing off here, and somewhat a percentage of the gains that were made are being coughed up this morning. We obviously had a 400-point gain yesterday on the Dow. What did the Dow do? 435-point gain yesterday. It's right now down 86 with about 21 minutes to go before we start trading. All right. The Dow was positive earlier this morning, but is now negative 84, 86 points. S&P down 16, NASDAQ down 77, and that's a 2/3 of a percentage point loss for the NASDAQ. Oil up 65 cents to 82.59. We're not going anywhere at the moment. All right. That is the story. We are going to hear from Powell any moment. He's going to start talking. And a lot of speculation is, what's he going to say? Christine Lagarde, the head of the ECB, she's talking now. And they're dealing with jumbo inflation rates. They're looking at inflation rates that are unimaginable from 2 years ago. They cannot believe how bad the inflation numbers are coming in. The UK gets it. The UK government is already reacting and understanding what's happening, and they are beginning to try to find ways to shelter UK nationals and residents of the country from some of these really high inflation spikes that are expected to hit the economy. And it's a rough one. But UK will not be alone. This is not a UK only problem. Germany has already put through a $65 billion energy compensation plan for its citizens. Other countries are going to follow suit, and do not be surprised if countries like Germany and the UK adjust their programs if necessary. They will use the treasury of their countries to protect their citizens against outlandish price increases on items like, in particular, energy. And they can afford to do it because it's a national security issue, and it's just what you do. And that'll go over fine with voters. Voters will not complain. They will not vote out the government for bailing them out or keeping them sheltered from ridiculous 80% cost increases on certain items. That's what governments are there for, actually. The problem is that the central bankers are not the government. Central bankers don't get elected by us. Central bankers are appointed to be neutral, to run economies, to run try to run the economy as best as possible, and control inflation, and maintain competitive banking regulations, and maintain competitive economic conditions. So the Federal Reserve of the United States, their job is to keep an eye on inflation, but also unemployment, foreign reserves, everything else. The Treasury, they work with the government. The Treasury Secretary usually changes with the administrations. They deal with the after effect of what the Fed does. Now, there are times when the two will work together very closely, and other times one will go a certain direction and the other will follow. But of course, then you go to the administration, which is the president, vice president, the cabinet. They have to make decisions based on what these agencies are telling them what's going on, and try to figure out how to make it work for the country as a whole. In Canada, of course, it's the prime minister and the cabinet. The USA, it's the president and the cabinet. In the UK, it's prime minister, the cabinet, and so on and so on. Every country has their own systems, and some are quicker to react and others are not. And at the end of the day, all countries, all bankers, all economists, all regulators, and all politicians from every other country in the world, they watch what one country does first to react to inflation and everything else. And that country is the United States of America, where most of my wonderful viewers come from. And I hope I don't upset too many of you when I talk about American policies. But the reality is, America is the world leader in economics and in economic policy. And the American dollar is the currency to go to when there are problems. And right now there are problems. And this is why the American dollar now is at all-time highs, or not record highs, but at highs that haven't been seen in some cases since Thatcher was prime minister in the 80s, when Ronnie Reagan and Margaret Thatcher ruled the U.S. and Great Britain. Japan has not seen their yen this low in over 20 years. The American dollar is at levels that haven't been seen in a long time. And there's no reason to think it won't go higher yet. This is a problem for everybody else, because if you are a country that the currency of which is getting crushed by the American dollar as it rises against your currency, you are forced to pay US dollars to buy oil from OPEC. And if your currency has lost 20% of its value against the American dollar, your energy costs are 20% higher. Even though oil is at 83 a barrel, it used to be 120, there's still this premium, this currency premium that's come in the last 6 months to upset the apple cart. So a price of a gallon of gas or a liter of petrol in various countries around the world is no cheaper. Even though oil went from 123 to 83, gas is still the same price to the driver at the end of the day because the currency of the country they live in has gotten crushed by 15, 20, 30, 40% against the US dollar. This is the problem. The other problem, of course, is wheat, barley, rice, copper, lead, gold, zinc, all priced in US dollars. The entire commodity division of the planet is priced in American dollars. So all African countries are getting crushed. South American countries are getting crushed. European countries are feeling it. The American consumer, the American based consumer has got the strongest currency in their pocket that they have had in over 20 years, in many cases, over 20 years ago. But they don't feel richer either because American prices domestically are rising. And so Americans actually feel poorer when they're actually richer than the rest of the world. But when you're poorer overall, you don't feel good about it. And that is the underlying problem that elected officials are dealing with everywhere, and including America. It's like no one's happy anywhere. And that's the reality of the situation. The central bankers are saying, look, if we raise rates, we'll calm these economies down a little bit, hopefully a soft landing, bring inflation under control, and then the American dollar will back off against other currencies, and other currencies will recover here. It'll take a few years, but it'll all equal out. And if oil stays in the 70s and the 80s and currencies rise again, then that brings their energy costs down, which brings their inflation rates down in their domestic economies, and on it goes. We're all connected, and we have to make it work for all. That's the hard part. Some people want to think America first, or Britain first, Canada first, Germany first. What they don't get and what they don't want to admit is that we need actually a strong Germany, a strong Europe, a strong South America for us to benefit as well. Because if we want them to buy our stuff, which is how we make money, we're exporters, they need to have the currency to be able to afford it. And we have to want to accept their currency at certain rates to be paid for our goods, and vice versa. If our dollars rise, our value of our currencies rise too much, everything we produce is unaffordable by the rest of the world. All of a sudden, our sales drop 20% because 20% of the planet can't afford to buy our stuff. We're too expensive, all on currency. And so it's not America first or America only. You can't go that way, or Canada only, or Britain, or whatever country you're from. Not going to work. And so you have to have the entire planet working it out. And that includes China, and that includes Russia, and that includes Armenia and India and Pakistan and Japan. I don't care. Name any country. It includes everyone. And at the end of the day, the free flow of goods and currencies just makes it work for all. Unfortunately, there are those out there who don't think that way. They think far more internally, and can't open their eyes to the possibilities. And again, if you want to blame your problems on some other country or from a minority group or someone else, you don't want to take the blame yourself, or you don't want to share the problems with everybody and solve it with everybody, you're going to get these tensions. And so here we are. Welcome to 2022. And it's been going on for a while. I don't see it going away. Just saying. Option writers make money no matter what. And there it is. Do not fear the upside. $25 on Gamestop right now is where we're at. Are we going to even hold 25? I don't think so. We might break under 25 here and go even lower. We'll find out very shortly. The Dow down now 124 points. That is what's going on here right now. Powell, breaking news. Powell says the Fed doesn't want the public to come to expect higher inflation because that will make it harder to reduce price pressure. Yeah, well, he wants to convince you that he's serious about knocking inflation down, and he's not going to tolerate higher inflation. But in order for that to work, his thinking is, I got to raise rates. And the UK did it today, 0.75 points. Bank of Canada 2 days ago raised its rate 0.75 of a percentage point here in Canada. Our lending rate is now 3.25%. I believe it's 3.25 in Canada. We're ahead of the Americans. We're ahead of the Europeans by a country mile. And the Canadian dollar is at 76 cents to the American dollar. And we are drowning in oil, the one commodity that the world needs. And yet our dollar is still only 76 cents against the American dollar. We have everything America wants. We have oil, we have natural gas, we have timber, we've got grain, we got minerals, we got it all. We got 5,000 miles from east to west and a couple thousand miles north to south of land and resources. And our dollar is 76 cents on the dollar to the US dollar, which is kind of laughable to me. I don't know why we aren't 110. I don't know why we aren't 10% higher than the American dollar. We're just sitting on all of this merchandise that is priced in American money. All the nickel in Canada is priced in American currency. All the copper we have, the gold, the zinc, the crops, the oil, the gas, it's all priced in American funds. And yet the Canadian dollar is at 76 cents. And why? Because the Bank of Canada wants to keep the Canadian dollar lower against the American dollar to make our goods cheaper for Americans to buy. I say bunk to that. I say let it run, let the Canadian dollar run, and improve the Canadian standard of living, like the Swiss in Europe. Have the dollar go up to parity, and it'll make it cheaper for Canadians to import goods from around the world, keeping inflation down in Canada. And Canadians can say, you don't want our oil at U.S. prices. We're selling it to you at U.S. prices anyway. It's not like we've been selling oil to you in Canadian dollars. We've been selling it to you in U.S. dollars. But the Canadian government loves the idea of bringing in American dollars when the Canadian dollar is only 76 cents. It brings in this extra cash in Canadian currency to offset government programs and what have you. It's complicated, to say the least. It's incredibly complicated. Most countries adopt the idea of a low currency. They would rather have a discounted currency than a higher currency. That's usually how they work. But my personal opinion, this country, that what we're sitting on here, we have some of the globe's largest reserves of base metals and resources of any country on the planet. And I think we should be 110 to 115 on the American dollar at all times. But that's this guy. There's 289 people watching here. No one in Ottawa is watching what I'm saying. And they don't care. So there you go. All right, 25.15 on the Gamestop shares. The Dow down 120, S&P down 20, and NASDAQ down 73 at this moment. Crude oil up 111 at the moment. Welcome one, welcome all. Dustin is here. New member. Dustin, how you doing, man? I saw this a while ago, but I didn't have, just getting around to it here. I'm in the middle of a rant here, so you got to hear me out. Thank you. Cut me a break. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you joining us, and it's great to have you here. If you're coming back because you used to be a member, welcome back. If you're brand new, welcome to the party, pal. It's great to have you. Fantastic. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for these thumbs ups that you've given us already. Appreciate those as well. We have 139 of them. Keep them coming in if you can. Thank you all. It's great. Let's see what else is going on here. I'm just seeing for any comments that I need to worry about here. Let's go. Welcome. Wing Commander, I lived through hyperinflation back in the 90s and 92, 2,000% inflation in 93%. It's crazy. It can just destroy wealth left, right, and center, can it? Wing, first country in the world history that had over 100-fold annual price level increase wasn't a consequence of a war. Let's see what else is going on. Thank you all. Let's see what else is going on. 6 degrees of Uncle Bruce. What else we got here? Welcome all to the program today. It's nice to have you here. We're going to be busy doing options today, I think, which is great. Let's see what else is going on. Nick is saying, I have shorted ENPH, EXPE per Premarket. Let's see if I make my moolah. Right on. 17 grand owed to you from yesterday. So, yes, it's time. Right on. What else is going on here? Annika saying to Nick, good luck to you today, buddy. Susan Shops About says, Bruce, I own 800 shares of SoFi that I got at 650. And I'm looking at writing covered calls on these. The January 24 strike, 750 bid ask is 145 to 152. So I could collect 150 on a contract, 8 times $1,200, right? Should I write those contracts? What do you think about this? Well, yeah, it's true. You could bring in $1.50, no question about it. The shares closed at 582 last night. This morning, SoFi seems to be 571, down 11 cents. Yeah, you could. Now, here's the thing. Okay, there's always a thing. You're dealing with a contract that doesn't expire until January 2024. This is September 2022. So we're talking 15 months and a bit from now. Let's just say 15 and a half months from now. Okay. You can grab that cash right now, $1,200, and do whatever you want with it. Yes. If the shares go up to, say, $7 from 5 whatever, those contracts will probably reach about $1.80 to $2. They're not going to go up penny for penny. You know, if the stock goes up a penny, these contracts aren't going to go up a penny. It might be 1 to 3. So if the stock goes up 21 cents, these contracts go up 7, something like that. Okay. Maybe even 1 to 4 instead of 1 to 3, whatever. A year from now, if the shares between now and a year from now reach $10, just, great move, right? You've got a contract $250 in the money and premium. But a year from now, these contracts only have about 4 months to go. All right. So the time value will shrink. Right now, it's all-time value. 150 all-time value right now. About 10 cents a month, give or take, right? Even at 10 cents a month, you're down to 40 cents time value a year from now, no matter where the stock is, more or less. So if the shares go to 10, the contracts will be trading at 290. 250 book value, 40 cents time value. If the shares a year from now are $8, they're 50 cents in the money, these contracts, plus 40 cents time value, they'll be worth 90 cents. So theoretically, you could say, you know what, Bruce? Shares go to $8 a year from now. I still make money in these contracts. I got 150 for them. I can buy them back for 90 cents, $1. And my stock went up too. Yeah, as long as you're not exercised. Yes, and you probably won't be exercised. You could, but probably not. What's your protection here? Okay. You're saying to us, if you write the 750s, you'll get $1.50 cash. In effect, you're putting your stock up for sale for $9. What's your average? $6.50. That's what your average is. $7.50, $8.50. That's $2.50 higher if you got taken out at $9 than what you've paid. In effect, a $2.50 profit on a $6.50 purchase is about 40% on your money in 14 months. Is that a good return on your money? I say it is. Is it the greatest return you could ever make all time on SoFi? I don't know. Because if the shares were to go to 10, you would be taken out at $9.50. But do you care? Do you care? So what if the stock goes to 10? You get taken out at $7.50 because that's the price of the contract you wrote if you don't do a rollover. In the meantime, you got $1,200 in your pocket right now. Do whatever you want with it. Those of you who have 5,000 shares of SoFi, you could write 50 of these calls, bring in $7,500 right now. Use it any way you want. Pay bills, pay off a car loan, pay off a credit card at 22%, put it into ATIP at $1.05, buy more SoFi right now at $5.82, and rinse and repeat, write 750 contracts. Buy at $5.82, write 750s, bring in $1.50. Is there something wrong with paying $5.82 and getting paid $9 for your SoFi? If the SoFi shares reach $7.50 or higher, you'll be exercised. No, there's nothing wrong with it. If you were to be exercised next week, just out of the wackiest of circumstances, you bought the stock today at 568, you wrote calls for 750, you took in the $150 per call in cash, and next week SoFi announces something and the shares are $8 and you get exercised right now at 750, you're out. Guess what you just got? You got $9. You got your $1.50 now, $7.50 next week. That's $9 a share for a 573 purchase. Is there something wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. So knock yourself out. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I haven't got a problem with this trade. I just don't. It's like the ATIP trade. You buy the stock for $1, $1.50, $1.05, and write 250 contracts on that stock for January 2024, same timing here. You get about 30 cents for those, is what you want. And you take the 30 cents and buy as much ATIP as you can at $1.05 again. So if you've got 5,000 ATIP now, you can bring in $1,500 at 30 cents a contract. If you get it, you might have to wait a while for those to sell. You get 1,500, you buy another 1,500 shares and write 15 more contracts again for another $450. And then you buy another 450 shares, throw in $50 more and get 500 more shares and write 5 more contracts. You're offering your ATIP for $250 between now and January 24. What is wrong with making a $1.50 profit on a 105 purchase? There's nothing wrong with that. If it happens. But in the meantime, you're taking a stock, writing a call, taking the money, buying more stock, bringing down your average cost on that ATIP. Here on SoFi, if you can write 50 contracts and bring in $7,500 and buy 1,500 more shares down here, you're bringing your average down. If you've got 5,000 shares, you got 10,000 shares, you're bringing in 15 Gs. Buy up a bunch of SoFi down here and lower your average price. Offer it all for $9. Dare them to take you out. It's what you're going to get paid. It's $150 now, $750 later, if it happens. Totally your call if you want to do that. Exciting, isn't it? It is. It's so exciting. Let's see what else going on here. Dustin, thanks for the shout out. You got it, Dustin. Welcome to the party, pal. Let's go. Michael doesn't think it's worth it for him. It's all good. It's all up to you what your game plan is. It's all fine. You can trade contracts short term, not at all. Average down when you can't. I mean, whatever works for you, it's all good. Okay. Larry, Bruce, we're open. Welcome all. We're here. We're up and we're running. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed the rant. I hope I didn't upset too many of you. We're down 224 on the Dow. That's what I'm seeing right now. We're down 98 cents on Apple. GameStop is at $24.97, up 93 cents. Are you worried? Anybody out there? Anyone scared? Yeah, 24.77 now. The high of 25.44 and the low of 24.10. Welcome to the party, pal, on GameStop. We're up, we're running, and we're up $1 something, $1.20 something maybe. Wow, like really? Yeah, that's the whole plan. That was your whole plan, to be up $1.20. That was it. Getter. Okay, the whole plan. We're up 110 on GameStop right now. We continue forward. Those of you who have bought back your calls, way to go. You want to write new ones, keep an eye on the stock that wants to pop to 26, then write 25s, 24s, 26s, 27s, whatever you want for next week, the week after, bring in money. Those of you who have deep in the money calls, and you've got short-term calls written that are way down, buy them back and take a look at writing new calls and bring in more money. Absolutely. If you want to roll over your deep in the money calls to a lower price point or to a further time frame out, always be looking for that opportunity. Always. 25.09 right now, up $1.05 on GameStop. Bama, thank you, Larry, for the bells. Wavy, Bama, babe. Now we make money. Thanks, Larry. Bama, I am curious about your line of work. Christina opens at 24.26. Ooh, DQ, thank you. Larry, one benefit of going long on covered calls is that you don't have to watch the contracts so frequently. That's true too. When you write January 24th, you don't have to worry about the bid ask all the time. It's true. Nick Timber covered ENPH for a quick 22.50 profit, bringing back some of that 17 grand. Cindy, I'm just relieved that GameStop didn't tank with bad earnings and a bad earnings call. There you go. There you have it. Yeah, not like AMC. They took a dump, and this one is not doing that. 24.59. It's up 55 cents. I mean, this 26-something price we saw last night, all fiction, wishful thinking, I guess. I don't know. But it can still go there, but it's not starting that way, is it? 1.8 million volume. That is 450,000 pre-split. Dead quiet right here. Not really that crazy. We're only up 17 now, 24.21. Those contracts are dropping in value that you've written out there. And Christina with 24s, she has nothing to worry about. Alex, I've put in a 7 stink bid to buy back my 27.50 HPQ calls expiring tomorrow. Too stinky? Time will tell. I got 88 for them last week. Well, 27.50 calls. The stock's 27.10, down 37 cents right now. So it's certainly coming your direction. They're out of the money by a bit. You have until tomorrow. Yeah, they will eventually get there. But Alex, if you can buy them back now for 11 or 12 or 13 cents, I wouldn't wait for the next 3 or 4 cents. I just get out now and write calls today for next Friday now and take the added time, because you might be bringing in $1.90, 88 cents now for next Friday. Make the shift, 11 out, 88 or 90 in, and add that to your balance. That's what I'd be doing. Christina, it's jumping. Nick, actually, I take it back on after the night processing. I was told that it's a loss of 69.90, rock and roll, and not 17. Way to go, pal. Christina, 25s for 913.22 are going for 225. I put a limit in for 235. I would have done it at 234 if possible, but 235 is okay. And if you're all alone there, great. Make them come and get you. 24.76 up 72. It's trying a little rally. And Christina, you might just get lucky on one of these little wave ups. You get that dough, and then you put in the stink bit to buy them back, and away we go. Right? Gotcha, Bruce. I'm on it, says Alex. Way to go, pal. Yeah, don't fret over 3, 4, 5 cents at the end of a contract's life and it's out of the money. Buy them back really nice and cheap like they are, and move on. Right the next week's calls now rather than waiting until tomorrow or on Monday. Because if you write on Monday for next week Friday, you're going to get less money. If you write now for next week Friday, you get more money. Even though you're paying 3, 4, 5 cents for these, you're going to get a dime or 15 or 20 cents more for the contracts you're going to write now. That's a lot of money depending on how many contracts we're talking about here. All right. Okay, I'll change it. Christina says, I'll do it. I got it. Okay. Stink offers, odd numbers. Be the first in line. Don't be the 15th in line. Be the first in line. Get out first. Absolutely. GameStop, 24.66 up 62 cents, 24.67 right now. Powell says Fed will battle U.S. inflation until the job is done. You know what that means? Higher interest rates for longer periods of time. That's what that means, at any cost, including jobs. Yes, that means the markets are going lower. Vilbus sold a 930.25 for 240 on GameStop. Already have the stink buyback order in. Nice job. Nice job. This is beautiful. 240 on a $25 contract. It's out of the money. It dies on the 30th here. This is exactly what I want to hear you guys doing today. Bringing in cash. Sitting on a pile of money and deciding how much to give back. That's a good position to be in. No, I'm trying to sell this, Uncle Bruce. I have 8 to write. Exactly. I know you had 8 to go. You're trying to get 239 for them now. Beautiful job. And then the others you're looking to buy back, and then you might write more. I got it. You're on it. You're on it. Nice going, Christina. Nice job. 24.49 up 45 cents on GameStop. Dow's down 222. S&P down 27. NASDAQ down 96. The NASDAQ is down 0.82 of a percentage point, S&P down 0.7, Dow's down 0.64. They're not down terribly. That's okay. We're range bound perhaps for a while, but on a down trough, a slight down trough. That's okay if that's the way it's going to go. Oil up 127, $5 drop yesterday, not getting much back yet. Apple down 119, 154.77. Do not fear upside on Apple. 24.59 up 55 cents. SoFi down 8 cents, 574. Rocket Lab 543. There's another one. Buy Rocket Lab at 543. Write 750 calls for Jan 24. Take in as much as you can, $1.50 if you can get it. Buy more Rocket Lab, write more contracts. Rinse and repeat. Take $9 on this acquisition. That's a thing. It's a thing to think about. HPQ 2705 down 42, going lower. Right on. AMC 825 down 14, Ape down 6. So these two are, well, they're 12 and 6 now. That's 18 cents lower on AMC again this morning. Yuck. ME down 0.5 penny. Matterport down 7.5 cents. ATIP down 1 penny. Not bad. Smart Rent is sitting at 287 down a dime. Spire 143.3 down 6 cents, and Sixtera down 17 cents. Bed Bath Beyond down 31. Tesla down 235. Pfizer down 18. Boeing down 166. Cisco down 31. Twitter up 18. Home Depot down 239. Carvana down 113. Robinhood down 16. Vanik down 276 to 206. IBM down 87. Microsoft down 235. Goldman down 295. They're giving it all back. Google down 144. Amazon down 187. Meta Platforms down 133. BlackBerry down 8 cents. Royal Caribbean down 68. Going lower, Costco down 3. Walmart up 24. Nvidia down 224. American Airlines down 18 cents. And Moderna up 4.25. This morning. That's what we got going here. Down 170 on the Dow right now. Nick, I just reshorted this ENPH at 319 again. Alex filled at 13. Thanks, Bruce. Nice going. Now take a look at next Friday's calls for maximum dollars into your account. Way to go, pal. Don't fret about 6-7 cents. Just move on. Yeah, bring in money. More money. Okay. 151 drop on the Dow. Apple down 96. And GameStop is at 24.74. HPQ 27.10 down 37. If HPQ wants to pop 10, 15, 20 cents, write contracts and bring in more cash. Here we go. Always be writing. 25 a share on GameStop. Trying to get back through 25. Up 95, 96, 97 cents. We shall see. The higher it goes, the better the premiums to you to write. And bring in cash. Absolutely. Make the stock do the work and tell you what direction it wants to go. But the volume has got to be there on GameStop. Otherwise, it will not last. Flint Creek Soap Company, come up, ATIP. I'm going to sell it soon as it's above cost, and I love the funds to account where I can sell covered calls. Come on, baby. Looking to write covered calls on ATIP. Like I say, if you can get 30 cents or more for January 24th, and then use that money to buy more stock. Yeah, rinse and repeat here, and dare them to take you out at 250. Flint Creek, love, laugh out loud, move the funds. Geez, Christina sold 525s for 229. Here we go. There, 5 gone, 3 to go because the stock is inching higher. She's the first in line. Boom, baby. A buyer came in and took 5 of them. How about there's a gambler out there, to say the least. This is 9/15 expiry. Next Friday expiry, 25s for 229. Think about that. The stock's at 25.19. That's a 229 premium coming in on a 6-day contract. 6 trading days. Nice premium right there. Really nice. Okay, everybody. 1 and a 2. Let's make money. Oh my goodness, 103-point drop on the Dow. It's trying a little bounce back. Apple's down 84. GameStop 25.36. Christina, I like 9.23. There you go. We got, I lied. I lied. It's 9.23. Whatever it is, just work it. Take the money. GameStop up 126. SoFi up, down a nickel. Rocket Lab down 9. HPQ down 38 to 27.09. That's where we're at this moment in time, okay? Interesting. 78-point drop, 92-point drop on the Dow, and down 9.5 on S&P, down 45 on NASDAQ. We're up 134 on oil right now. All right, that's where we're at right now, everybody. Trying to see where this market is going to go. There will be volatility here. ME up 4, Matterport up a half a penny. ATIP just went up a penny to 106. Smart Rent still down 7.5. Spire down 3 instead of 6. Cyxtera down 15. Okay, there you have it. The Dow now off 86 points at this moment. 25.12 on GameStop. It just cannot get going, which again is not a surprise to me. Volume 2.8 million. So 700,000 pre-market. Not a ringing endorsement of big time moves. We need 3-4 million right now pre-split, and that's not happening here. Just not happening. Okay. All right, kids. Cheers to all of you around the world who are writing options, buying back options, writing options, buying back options, writing options, buying back options. The rinse and repeat show. Nice to have you here. Love it when my viewers make money out there. Fun stuff. This Sunday, my Sunday for one-on-ones is booked. I have no slots open for this Sunday. We are done. Thank you, those of you who have made reservations. If you are interested in a one-on-one with yours truly, would love to have one with you. So next week Sunday is going to have to be the case. If you want to go over your account, you want me to help you go over where you're at, what you're carrying, what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, to try to help you figure out how to maximize returns for option writing, then a one-on-one is the way to go, because the two of us can kind of work together on where were you 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago, where are you now? You might say to me, well, this is what I've been doing, and I might come back to you and go, maybe you should consider this idea instead. Let's review this together. We want to find ways for you to maximize income into your account with what you have. And it could be that you're doing everything correctly, except you're writing the wrong strike price contracts, the wrong durations, or whatever it is. And if we can work together to figure out to maximize your returns, you may well find that having a one-on-one with me for an hour or so is the solution, because I know that a lot of you will think about this and go, geez, yeah, to talk to him for an hour is $400 US. That's a lot of money. If we're dealing with something where you could be writing on a weekly basis 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 contracts a week, we're talking here about 12 to 40 contracts a month that you're writing and buying back. If you're doing 20 contracts a month, and I can help you make 20 cents more a contract on average to you, that's $400 a month more to you. And so a 1 hour session with yours truly pays for itself in the first 4 weeks, and then the rest of your life, enjoy the gains. It's actually not that much money, but again, you have to decide whether this is what you want or not. A lot of you will send me emails from time to time asking me my opinion and what have you. I try to answer them as quick as I can, but it's not easy because I have a lot obviously going on here at the same time. But these one-on-ones is where we can stop on a Sunday and just say, okay, well, where are we at here? Where are you at? What return are you getting? What is your risk factor? Are you carrying anything on margin? Are you, are you recovering from trades made a year or two ago that really hurt you, and we're trying to build the account back up to a certain level again? Well, is this the right way to do it? Should there be adjustments made here? That's what the one-on-ones can really do for you. It's like having your own private stockbroker, obviously, that nowadays you can't get a private stockbroker unless you have at least $1 million in your portfolio. Here you can just get your hired gun to have a chat with you one-on-one, and we'll go over everything there needs to be done. And if you want to talk about anything else, career situations, upcoming developments in your life, developments in your family life. A lot of you have a lot of things on your plate simultaneously, like the rest of us, and you might just want an outsider to kind of help you figure out, there's this, there's that, there's this choice, you have this option, you have this idea, you could do this, you could do that. I might have an angle for you that you hadn't thought of. Let me know. Anyway, there you have it. If you're interested in a one-on-one, send me a private email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com. That's right here. And just say, Bruce, I think I could use a one-on-one session with you. And we'll try to find a time that works for you. And we'll go over the game plan to make it work for you. All right. Thank you all for the attention to this announcement. And we'll kind of go from there. All right. What else is going on here? I just sold a 25 for tomorrow for 99 cents, says Christina. Zed, I'm number 159 on the thumbs up meter. Nazareth, I don't want to talk to anyone for a full hour. That's my main issue. There you go. Alex, Nazareth, you cracked me up. Christina, my friend Jen that just joined me asked me if it was worth it. Of course, I told her it was. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I have 16 contracts expiring October 21. Let's see, I have 16 expiring October. In January, I can buy back for $1. Should I just buy it back now? Should I grab these and buy them back? So October 21s were written, and they're at $1, and I got a suspicion that they're at a lot less than what you sold them for. So, yeah, I would be looking at getting out of those. And if you can now write instead September 2 weeks from now for $2, I'd be doing that. Of course, you're bringing in that exercise price to a lot closer to this reality market. We're 24.72 right now, so you might be writing 25s, 26s, but yeah, I'd be looking at that. Definitely looking at that. You've got to, if you can get away from a 60-day expiry and get into a 21-day expiry and get more money in your account in the meantime, yeah, each day that the contracts have to live, the ones you're writing now, are far more valuable to you on a daily depreciation basis. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, good question and well done. All right, GameStop, 24.74, around 70 cents gain here. SoFi just went green, 5.84, up 2 cents. Okay. Rocket Lab still down a nickel. HPQ, 27.16, down 31. We've got ME up 6, Matterport up 6.5, ATIP at 106, up a penny. SmartRent down 4 now. It looks like it's coming back up at 294. Spire is down a penny. Actually, it's come all the way back from losing 6-7 cents. It's only down a penny to 149. Cyxtera down 14. There you go. Tesla is green, up 224. Pfizer down 8. Boeing up 92 cents. Cisco down 24 cents. Twitter down is up 37. Home Depot down 155. Carvana down 29. Robinhood up a penny. Vanik down 115. IBM down 58. Microsoft down 55. So we got some. We have red, but not as red as we were first thing this morning. We'll see if this market, like I say, is now in a bit of a trough of a range, but a slow trough lower. That would be just fine. No problem at all. Okay. Let's see. That was a short-lived dip, says Tiff. GameStop up 53 cents to 24.57. And I think we're volatile now. I think we're going to be waving. We're going to be waving here for a while. That's what I'm guessing. We're down 108 now on the Dow. Apple off 45. GameStop up 55 cents. And we're up a penny on SoFi. All right. JRP, Uncle Bruce, I'm so stoked to get this one-on-one this Sunday with you. I need the ideas and guidance to leverage my money correctly and keep me in the good retired life without going back to the workforce. Absolutely. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to my one-on-ones. I think they're fantastic. It gives me a chance to understand where you folks are at. It gives me also a kind of a mirror. I talk all week long to what going on and what I think you might want to consider doing. And then I get the mirror look. Well, here's what I've done from what you told us to do or what you think is going to happen. Here's where I am at on everything we've talked about the last month or so. What are your thoughts now? And it really gives us an opportunity to review your account in detail and figure out just what you've been up to and what you're doing to maximize your returns, mistakes you might be making, or trades that are 80% perfect but not 100, or situations that are working 1/3 for you and 2/3 for the opposite side of the trade or opposite side of the trade. We try to rectify or right the ship if there's any deviations. This is a good thing. It's just a great way to kind of bring your car into a mechanic and let's take a look under the hood and see what's going on. If we can improve the efficiency of your earnings potential, even if we find a way to bring you a couple of $100 a week more in revenue that you were doing, that's $800 a month more. That's $10,000 a year more to you, where we are today. And of course, as you grow your account and build your returns, you may well be able to add to your account's growth, and that compounds. And now it isn't 10,000 a year; it's 15,000 a year, 18,000 this next year, more to you than we thought or you thought. So it can be really handy. David Scott, Hankle Bruce, do you have any spots open for this Sunday? No, sold out. But next Sunday, I'm now taking reservations for next week, the 18th of September. That's the next one, either at 10 a.m. Eastern time, 12 Eastern, or 2 p.m. Eastern. This week we are done for. So let me know. First come, first serve. Send me a private email. Let me know what slot you like, and then I'll send you a donation request, and we'll lock you in, and away we go. Then we're all set, and you can kind of go, okay, I'm ready. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, just bought back 18 GameStop 25s for September the 9th. I sold them yesterday for $147 each. I bought them back for 72 cents. 60% one night. Immediately sold 25s for next week, $1.89. Give me the money. I love this. That's a 75-cent gain on 18 contracts. $75 times 18. That is $1,350 if my math is correct, for less than 24 hours. Why would Mirko have a day job? There is no reason for Mirko to ever think of having a day job. Look at that. That is being done out of Germany. Don't tell me you can't do this out of America. This guy is doing this out of Deutschland. Nicely done, Mirko. And way to write immediately. Yes, way to go. Always be writing. And the reality is, Mirko might be in a position today or tomorrow to buy these back. If the shares falter, they're at 24.63 right now. We're not at 26.63. We're 24. If these go to $22 tomorrow afternoon, they're at 23.20 this afternoon. He might buy these back for 90 cents. Another 50% gain. I mean, they're handing him the money. This is gambling, man. These gamblers are paying him $1.89 for an out-of-the-money contract. This is 6 days of life. I love this. Mirko, thumbs up, man. Tiff, neat. Alex, nice, Mirko, really nice. And it's easy. You don't have to guess where the market is going. Just watch where the market is going. React to where the market is going. That's all. It's beautiful. David Scott, sounds good to me. Look out for that email. Thank you. You got it, buddy. Tiff, let me tell you, if you play the U.S. Market from Germany, you'll have some very nice working hours and never have to get up early ever again. It's true. I do admit, when we were in Europe, Jennifer and I, for 10 weeks, this show, even my pre-alert show was done in the afternoons. Of course, my late show started at 9, ended at 10. So, I had to stay up until 10 at night or 10:30, but I slept real well after the shows were over, after my late show. But gotta admit, that's pretty good. But here we are. Right now, I get up at 4:30 in the morning instead of whenever I wake up. In Europe, it was whenever we wake up, we wake up. No alarm, just wake up whenever. That was kind of nice. Unless we had a train to catch, we didn't have to worry about getting up early. And we generally got up at 5, 6, 7 in the morning anyway. We just, instead of getting up at 4:30, I'm getting up at 6 or 7. Luxury, sheer luxury, I got to tell you. Anyway, well done, everybody. Way to take in this cash, you guys. This is exactly what you want to be doing here. Picking off calls that you've written for a nice profit and then moving into the next series right away. Yeah, let's go. Spare, one of the reasons why I love NASDAQ from here in Germany, Dortmund. Right on, pal. Down 70 on the Dow right now, 3 and almost 4 on S&P, 5 on NASDAQ. They're trying to come back, but they are still in the red. Apple is down 55 cents. It's not going to crash $10 today, but it isn't going to run up $10 today either. I think that the reality for Apple shareholders is that we might be in this 145.55 range or 140.55 range for a while. That we might be range bound, which is perfect for option writers. Perfect. There you go. GameStop 24.75 up 71 cents. The high of the day on GameStop today has been 25.44 and the low 24.07. It's only $1.30 something range for GameStop today. Perfect for option writers. Absolutely perfect. Okay, Tiff. Oh, let me tell you, if you play the U.S. market from Germany, you'll have a very nice working hours. There you go. Alex, I work my ass off during the morning at home on my day job. Then I do as little as possible in the afternoon while I watch the market. For now, it works great as I grow my portfolio. There you go. Yes, we know what Alex is looking to do, to go full time. Beach Boy, Tiff, you mean waking up to be ready for the pre-market show at 3:30 p.m. is not early? Right on, Beach Boy. Right to go, pal. We're down 120 on the Dow again. Another dip. Apple just dropped. We're down 124 on Apple. 24.62 on GameStop. We're backing off again there. SoFi 582 unchanged. Rocket Lab down 12. HPQ 2708 down 39 cents. ME up 7.5. Matterport up 6. ATIP up a nickel to 110 on ATIP. We're at 110 on ATIP. That might help those contracts get 30 to 32 to 35, those January 24th. SmartRent 290 down 7.5 cents. Spire down a half a penny, 149.5. Cyxtera down 12 right now. There you have it. That's what we got here, guys. So much fun. Let's see. Christina, my 27s are 75%. Are you're up 75%? I'd be buying those back. Yeah, I'd be looking to buy those back and write some more 25s. Let's go. Bring in the cash. Whatever. Way to go, Christina. Way to go. GameStop 24.68 up 64. Apple down 119. The Dow down 116. S&P was down 5 points. It's down 14. NASDAQ was down 5 points. It's down 47 now. And that's in 3 minutes. Remarks from Chairman Powell are having the effect on this market, as I figured they would. We're going lower. But again, it's a range thing. What can I say? Welcome to the party, kids. Here we are, taking advantage of this market as it has zero upside potential, really. So much bad news out there, so much tentative economic news. Interest rates are going higher. Bonds are not performing very well. Inflation is just eating up margins on corporations. Apple couldn't raise prices on their iPhone 14s. You can look at it two ways. Positively, oh, that's a good thing. Apple product isn't more. Or then you can look at the other side. Yeah, their costs are higher. Material costs are higher. Inflation is eating up profits on Apple. I mean, their staffs have to get more pay. Their distribution costs are higher. It's costing more money to be in business like anyone else. And they're not increasing their prices, which means their margins will be squeezed. And on Apple, you squeeze margins 1 percentage point, that's billions of dollars. That is a lot of money. We're talking about a monster corporation here. which means the stock cannot go up. The stock will go lower because Apple's PE multiple right now is 25.5 based on the last 12 months earnings. If the next 12 months earnings for Apple are 2% less than last year, then that PE multiple is more like 27 or 28. And if we have higher rates, and we will, we're going to have PE multiples more like 17, not 25, 27. That means a haircut on all stocks. Now, Apple might not go to 18 and 17 PE. It might only go to 22. That, however, is still a 10% drop from here. That's a $15 drop to 140. We're not going to 180. The chances are we're going closer to 140 than to 180 on Apple the next 6 months to a year. Option writers, unite. Stink bids save lives. Get in there. You can make money on Apple, range-bound Apple, buying deep in the monies at 120, anything like that. You will be well rewarded for writing Apple calls. The cash coming in from the calls will more than offset any losses on the stock. And thank you very much. The Dow down 128. GameStop 124.68, up 64. We were also at 24.85, 88. Now we're at 24.85. So another opportunity to write more calls on Apple coming up here on a little pop, but it's up 85 cents. That's it. Looks like HPQ found some support in the 27 area. Let's see how long this will hold. HPQ 26.96 down 51 at the moment. But it seems to be kind of slowing down on the downside, isn't it? Yeah, seems to be. HPQ 20s, great buy for deep in the money calls. You can probably get them for under $8, I hope. And then write for a long time. You can get 2024 HPQs on a 90-10 split basis. Oh, are you scoring nicely? Really scoring nicely. 22s, 20s, 18s. Anything like that, I would score those. Dustin, when you say writing calls, are you the seller? Yes, you are. You sell first, buy back later. You sell at the highest price you can get and buy for less. And you let time depreciate them out, or price movements and time, whichever way they want to give it to you. But you get the money in your account now, right up front. The money's in your account when you sell. And now you're crossing your arms going, how much am I going to give back? Am I going to give back half of it, a quarter of it, a third of it? What's going on with this stock in this market? That's what option writers do. Yeah, you got to be a smart writer, though. You got to know what you're doing. Make sure you take my classes. There's 13 of them to watch. Learn all about stink bids and stink offers. They can save your life. Stink bids save lives. Christina, I got them back for 26 cents, she says. I bought those 27s back for 26 pennies. Beautiful, beautiful job. Mike, sell to open, Dustin. Sell to open and buy to close. Exactly. That is the name of this game, kids. Bringing money in from option sales. Absolutely. There are no other channels on YouTube that do this. I don't think so. Live writing option strategy. I don't know. But you're here and you're learning how to do it. Congratulations, all of you, on doing this exact stuff. Cool. Thank you, says Dustin. I'll watch those. Check out the classes. Watch them one at a time. Start with number 1. Go to number 2. Go to number 3. You'll pick up the skills and the basics that you need. The classes run 1.5 hours to 2 hours, 10 minutes each. You can watch them as many times as you want. Once you acquire these, you can watch them every time you want, as many times. And you can always send me an email if there's something you don't understand. And then you're always welcome here if there's something you don't understand. Just write a question. The instructor is here live. You can ask me anything you want. We'll try to answer those questions as best as possible. And eventually you might decide to have a one-on-one with me in private to help you with your exact situation. And we'll guide you through it. Welcome to the world of making money on options, man. There's money to be had here. We're down 86 on the Dow now, 7.5 on S&P, 28 on the NASDAQ. We are jumping everywhere, but we're going nowhere. We're down $1.04 on Apple to 154.92. We got GameStop at 25.38, little pop here, 25.38. Opportunity knocks to right 25s or 26s for next Friday, the week after, opportunity knocks. Thank you very much, GameStop. Take in some premiums, kids. SoFi down a penny to 582. Rocket Lab 550 down 9 cents. HPQ 2707 back over 27 again, down 40. AMC down a penny. Ape down a penny. ME up 8. Matterport up 11. ATIP up 3 cents at 108. We got Smart Rent down 11. Spire down 1.5. Sextera down 8 cents on some of these former SPACs we like. That's what they're doing right now. JRP, Elton, someone saved my life tonight. Uncle Bruce, a stink bid saved your life tonight. That's right. Always be writing. Remember Hawaii 5-0. Write them, Dano. Don't book them, Dano. Write them, Dano. Write them. And let's go, baby. Take the dough off the table. They're handing it to you. Coyote 930s for $294. Oh, sweet. Way to go, Christina. Sold two $25 contracts for $119 for tomorrow expiry. Oh, that's an interesting trade. $25.66 is the price of the stock. So the contract has a value of about 55 cents book value, as book value and time premium. And it's almost a 50-50 right now. $25.70. Okay, so it's 49 cents or 39 cents book value. Interesting play here. A Coyote, $25 strike for 930, I meant, and $294 on those. The further out you write, the more they're worth. You can write them for tomorrow at 119, or you can write them for 2 weeks out and get $294. Do you feel comfortable writing 25s at $294? I would. I'd be comfortable with that trade. This one right here, you just got to keep an eye on that market real tight. And that's what Christina does. She watches this market very closely. And if the shares back off to 24.75 later today, she'll buy those back for pennies. But you got to be willing to do rollovers, which is hardly an issue. Way to go, Christina. Way to go, Coyote. Well done, guys. Welcome to the option writing business. A ton of fun, to say the least. Congratulations to those of you out there who've said goodbye to your bosses. Congratulations to those of you who've said goodbye to one boss and said hello to a new boss for way more money and way better benefits or way better working conditions, or to be able to work from home. Congratulations on all of you who have done that. You silent quitters out there, you're the good guys. You're not the bad guys. You're the smart guys. You're doing it right. Make it work for you, because that's what it's all about. Nazareth, 26.14 on the GameStop. Christina, I see. Breaking news, mortgage rates hit their highest level in nearly 14 years. That's a headline that just came out. Interesting stuff. 25.88, 25.85. Got a little shot here. Great, fine. Give us a shot. No problem. Folks out there have been waiting to write, looking for a little pop, and maybe we finally have one. I don't know. Will it last? I don't know either. Guy wrote another 25, 930 for 320. Oh, beautiful. Cindy, I just wrote a 25 for GameStop next Friday, $211. Thank you very much. Dustin, do you like MULN? I have no idea what it is. So I couldn't tell you a thing about it, Dustin. Don't know what it is. Don't know who it is. 25.61, 25.60. Those of you scoring these lovely gains, these lovely premiums on GameStop, beautiful job, everybody. Christina, it's dropping again. Yes, it is. It is 25.50. It's coming off quick. Indeed, it is a most interesting stock. And the contracts, it's amazing how much money they will pay when they gamble at the top end. It's crazy to me that option buyers will buy options aggressively as a spike is happening, because they think that it never stops, and it does. MULN is a short squeeze play, Uncle Bruce. I know nothing about this play. Coyote, now my boots are up to on my desk. I've been chilling here, man. Thanks for the pop, GameStop, says Coyote. There you go. Hawkeye, I said goodbye to getting let go 1 year early, right before retirement. I've said hello to paying my credit card debts, and hello to this channel for saving my keister. Rock and roll, Coyote. Welcome, Hawkeye. Well done. And Coyote and Nazareth and Christina and Dustin, all of you. Congratulations, all of you. Way to go, Hawkeye. Nice job. Cindy, Dustin, I have bought MULN and I made money. Hawkeye, I had gotten laid off, and now it doesn't matter. Hawkeye, Way to go. Beautiful. 25.37. Look at that GameStop fall again. 25.37 from 26 something. Zzz is what it's doing. Isn't that amazing? Unbelievable. I think it's time. Thank you all, by the way, for 173 thumbs ups. I would like to ask you to help me out. I need 27 more thumbs ups to get to 200. And in order to get to 200 thumbs ups, I think it's time for some neat emojis to be posted and pasted on this chat. And so thank you all for helping this channel grow with the thumbs ups you give it. Thank you, all of you who are becoming members of this channel. Here are some neat emojis. Join in on the fun. Here we go. Here they come. Everyone is jumping in on the party, pal. Thank you, DQ, and thank you, Larry Titus. Thank you to Tiff, Pickcomb. Here come the neat emojis. Bama Babe is on it. We got 185 thumbs ups coming in. Here they go. Bobby Atkinson is putting in the apes. There you go. Beach Boy. Here come Beach Boys. Neat emojis. Nazareth with neat emojis. Alex with neat emojis. Here they come, baby. You can't stop this market now. When we pop up the knee emojis, the stocks go the way we want all the time because we dominate. The Knights of Knee. Kareem is here saying, you will do as I say. Bring me the enderberries. Spicy Android. Neat. That's the noise we're hearing all over the world. The knee emojis are dominating the chat of this channel. We have 190 thumbs ups. We need 10 more thumbs ups to get to 200. Hit that thumbs ups button. Sell my house fast in Upper Marlboro. Look at all those knee emojis. Neat. Karim, I just wrote 2 covered calls on AMD September 16 expiring at 2:34. Mirko, the knee emojis are coming out of Germany as well. Look at them coming in from around the planet. Neat. They're everywhere. You can't stop this. 8 thumbs ups to go to get to 200 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for helping us out here. 25.44 on the GameStop right now. Neat. Oh, you gotta love this. The attack of the knee emojis as we have 194 thumbs up, 6 away from the magical 200 that I'm always begging for every show in the morning. Thank you. 5 to go. Bought back my 25s for September 16th for 145 each. I rewrote 25 and a half for 165. That is called making money in the option market. Farmalist, thank you for the knee emojis. Way to go, Wing Commander. Oh, you guys are doing great today. 197 thumbs ups. We need 3 more for 200 thumbs ups. Everybody is coming in here. Thank you for the help, guys. Thank you for the knee emojis. And thank you for everything else. It's great to have you here. We're going for 200 thumbs ups any moment now. 197 are here. So close, we can feel it. 199. 1 more to go. John Gill, thank you for the knee emojis. Here they come, everybody. You're helping yourselves, you know. When you put those knee emojis up, you're just helping yourselves. It's not just me, you know. Well done, everybody. 199 thumbs ups right there. Nazareth, I just gave Bruce a thumbs down. That way I can give him a thumbs up again, see? It means nothing. But we have 201 now. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful. 200 achieved, says DQ. 203 are here now. Here they come. Thank you all so much. And way to go, you guys, on your option writing strategies. Beautiful job today. I love it. It's good times. 25.60 on GameStop. We're down 103 on Apple. The Dow's down 48. SoFi up a nickel. Rocket Lab down 8. HPQ at 27.12, down 35 cents. ME up 9. Matterport up 15 cents. ATIP up 3.5 to 108.5. Smart Rent down 9.5. Spire down 1.5. Cyxtera down 14. Tesla up 182. Pfizer is up 47 cents. Boeing up 121. Cisco down 16. Twitter up 26 cents. Home Depot down 8. Carvana down 45. Robinhood down a penny. Vanik down 9. IBM down 18. Microsoft down 70. Goldman up 197. Google down 101. Amazon down 80 cents. Meta down 33. BlackBerry up 4. Royal Caribbean up 97 cents. JP Morgan up 189. Costco down 230. Walmart up 12. Nvidia is up 63 cents. American Airlines up 12 to 14.01. Netflix down about $4 to 225, and Moderna up $5 or so. Congratulations and welcome everybody to the party. We're down 3 on the Dow. It's trying to go up again. This is how this market works. It goes in waves, and we take advantage of waves. That's what we do here. Apple down 90. GameStop at 25.77, up 173. Opportunity knocks to write more contracts. Larry Titus, 200 thumbs ups. Way to go, everybody, helping Bruce out. Tiff, SoFi moving up. The knees are working. Neat. SoFi 590 up 7. GameStop 25.80 up 176. There you go, kids. Fun times at the OK Corral. Here we go. Should be good. Should be very, very good. Oil up 136. Not going anywhere over there, really. Beautiful job, everyone. Way to go writing options today. Nicely done. Buying back calls, writing calls, buying back calls, writing calls. Always be writing. Indeed. Sometimes the swings are there, and today is one of those days that some of these stocks are swinging enough. You can day trade some of these contracts and make yourself some nice money. Like it. 25.96, going for 26 again. It's trying on the old GameStop. The waves. 26.17 for the high, 25.91 right now on a volume today of 5.6 million shares. So that's about 1.4 million pre-market, pre-split so far. 590 on SoFi, 25.91 on GameStop, 25.85 on GameStop. There you go, folks. Are you having fun? Your new job. A lot of you, this is your new job now. How about that? What a gig you guys have figured out. Well done, everybody. Nice to see you here, and it's nice to have you here. Those of you who want to have a one-on-one with me, let me know. Send me an email and say, Bruce, I'd like to talk to you about a one-on-one get-together, please. And we'll try to figure out a date. Next Sunday are my openings right now. We'll see if we can slot you in for next week and go over your account and what you're doing, where you're at, and we'll try to figure it out. Okay. Welcome welcome all to the show, the channel, the dreams, the hopes, the wishes, the objectives, the desires, and the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. There you go. 203 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for helping out with that knee attack, helping us get through to this level. We appreciate it very, very much. Okay. What do we got here? GameStop now, 25.75. Couldn't break through 26 at this point, but it's there. We're down 91 on the Apple. We're up 1.8 on the Dow right now, just 1.8. Trying a little rally. Don't know if it'll have much oomph to it. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. And there you go, kids. Tons O's funds. So much good times. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Got the Dow down 11. I got S&P up 1.6. NASDAQ up 669. Russell down 665. The VIX is at 2471 right now. That's where we're at. Okay. Alrighty. Family is flying into Balmoral in Scotland to visit the Queen. She is in ill health, and family is flying in. What does that tell you? The watch is on in the UK for the Queen's health right now. Okay, that's what's happening. Okay, everyone. Thank you for being here today with me. It's great to have you here as we watch this market do what it is up to doing. We're down 7 on the Dow. Apple down 96. GameStop 25.75 to 25.83. A 170 gain or so, 171 at the moment. The high of 26.17. The low of 24.07 today. Your guess is as good as mine where we end up today. That's what this stock is doing. Who takes over when she passes Charles? Prince Charles becomes king. and his son becomes the next in line. Princess Di's boy, and succession continues. That's how it works, one after the other. 44 point drop on the Dow. We're dropping further right now. Down 3.5 on S&P, down 11 on NASDAQ again. Going red again. Down 114 on Apple. 25.73 now on GameStop, a tad lower. Let's see. Let's see. People are saying she's passed. Let's double check. Here. I'm going over here. Health. Still watching that. Haven't heard anything new there. Let's go here. Have not heard that there. Here. Haven't seen this news anywhere. Nope, have not heard anything like that. Don't have anything official anywhere else at this point. Okay, still no official word anywhere at this point. Looking at BBC and still under medical supervision at the moment. No, nothing official. Nothing else new at the moment. All right. Keep an eye on all this as best we can. We've got. Let me hold tight, folks. I'm still looking at headlines going across my news feeds. I've got nothing new there. No, nothing there. Nothing there. Let's see what I have here. Let's see what I'm doing here. And there we go. Okay. Okay. All righty. Keep an eye on everything going through here. Thank you all for being here as we continue the watch on all kinds of fronts at the same time. $25.99 on GameStop. Another little rally attempted here. The market is trying to get through 26. The Dow's off 6. S&P is off a fifth of a point. NASDAQ down 6.7 points. Okay, that's what I've got over there. And let me head over here. Thank you for the 209 thumbs ups, everybody. Appreciate this. Let's see. Michael, finally filled. Sold GameStop 25, so 221 for next Friday. Trish Dish, I'm watching a live feed from England. She's still alive. That's what I heard too. That's what I see as well. Don't have any other news other than that at the moment. Down 10 on Dow. Apple down $1.04. GameStop at 26.07. We've broken 26. More opportunities to right. SoFi up 7. Rocket Lab down 9 at 550. HBQ 27.18 down 30. ME up 9. Matterport up 15.9 to 454. ATIP up 2.1 cents to 107. Smart Rent down 7. Spire down 3. Sixtera down 14. $26 last trade on GameStop right now. All right. And let's go. Possible double top on GameStop. If so, we will get a sharp correction here soon. Watch for that. We've got a lot going on. Arnica, I assume she would pass away today if they were announcing she had round-the-clock care and they were gravely concerned. RIP, she was the only royal I really respected. Wasn't she a mechanic in World War II? She was a badass woman. Yeah, she was. She's tough. She's a really, really focused person. The Dow up a half a point. The Apple down 110, and GameStop 2602 to 2611 now in that neighborhood, up 205. Let's see here. Watching a lot of stuff right now. Okay. Okay, there we are there. Let's go over there. Okay, yeah. Just the talk is that family is rushing to Balmoral at the moment from everywhere. They're flying in. And Charles is there. Prince William is there. Harry and Meghan are on their way to Scotland, spokesman says. Duchess of Cambridge will remain in Windsor with her children, Kensington Palace says. That's Kate. Let's see. That is the story right there. Okay. All right. CNN anchor Bernard Shaw passes away at 82. Bernard Shaw, the first real anchor they had way back when. He was one of the senior anchors at the very beginning of their tenureship when CNN first came on the air. Covered a lot of news. All righty. Alrighty, let's continue forward here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate this. Spicy Uncle Bruce, I have been sniping. I've been sniping GameStop all week. I'll write a contract the second I'm in the money, 100. I sell it. I'm up 700 this week alone. Thank you very much, Uncle. Way to go, Spacey. Android Nazareth, 26-27 on GameStop. Double top broken. Level blast. They have an ancient bloodline. Don't be surprised if King Charles lives to be plus 100. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. Cred Savage, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Uncle Bruce placed a stink bid to sell a few $30 GameStops. November 18 covered calls for 4, and it might just trigger Zach. I am number 210 on the thumbs up meter. Christina, GameStop 10:30 run happening because the European markets are closing. 26.56 right now on GameStop, up 252. Premiums are coming in beautifully for option writers. Bilbus, of course, I wrote too early on GameStop, laughing out loud. Not to worry, my friend. SoFi up 6 cents. Apple down 104. The Dow up 28. S&P up 2, but Nasdaq still down 1.5 points. And we've got a Rocket Lab down 11. SoFi, like I said, up a nickel. HPQ at 27.16, down 31. ME is still at 342, up 8.5. Matterport at 352.5, up 13.5. ATIP at 108.5, up 3.5. They're all gaining. SmartRent down 8 cents. Spire down 3. Sextera down 13. They are all there now, says Flint Creek about the royal family. Made 119, says Dustin, on two $25 calls for GameStop that expired. To something, MARO. I'm not sure what this means. I'm not sure what this means. So I need more clarification on Dustin's comment there. We're up 34 on the Dow. We're up to 26.36 on GameStop with the high of the day now on GameStop at 26.74 was the high touched trade of 26.38, 26.36 at the moment on GameStop. All right. 47-point gain on the Dow, 5 points on S&P, Nasdaq up 4.3 at the moment. Natural gas for October up 2.7 cents at the moment. Weekly climb of 54 billion cubic feet in natural gas supplies. We have tons of this stuff over here. See if that price holds or not. Firmus, Uncle Bruce, do you think if the Queen dies, it'll affect markets any? I don't know. I'm not sure. Tomorrow says Dustin, I made 119 on the 2 calls that die tomorrow, so I'm already up on it. Right on, buddy. Thank you for that. The Queen, I don't know about economically. Obviously, the country will be in mourning. There will be probably closed banks and everything tomorrow if she passes today. If she passes on the weekend, for instance, there might be a Monday closure. I don't know. We'll follow all of that. And let's see how it all works out. The Dow up 60, Apple still down 79 cents, but recovering a little bit. GameStop 26.35 now to 37 after hitting 26.74 for the high. All right. And we've got SoFi up 7 cents to 5.90. Rocket Lab down 11. On the markets, if I take a look at interest rates right now, the 10-year for the UK note is at 3.14, and that is higher from this morning. The UK 10-year this morning was sitting at 3%. It's now 3.14% with the rise of interest rates in the US, in the EU, pardon me. The US 10-year also went up from 3.22 to 3.27. The German 10-year was around 1.56. It's now 1.68. So all rates in Europe have risen today already. The pound is at 115 on the dollar. It was up to 115.58. And so it's given up some ground this afternoon. The euro is back under par. It got to par and was actually at 10025, quarter of a penny above par, but now it is a quarter penny below par at 99.73. So there's a drop there. European markets, when it's all said and done, slight negatives on the FTSE, DAX, and CAC 40. That is England, the UK, Germany, and France. In the US right now, the Dow is up 76 points, near its high of the day. And S&P is up 9.3. NASDAQ is up 20. So the S&P is at the high of the day or near it. Same with NASDAQ, but not a big fat gain at this point. Oil up 142. GameStop at 26.57, up 252 after reaching 26.74 today. That's where we are right now. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got any more comments here? Anyway, yeah, no new comments to worry about. We're up to speed there. Thank you, everybody. Up 91 on the Dow. We're 2 hours, 6 minutes into our show, so we're going to get ready to sign off and get ready for the 3 o'clock show this afternoon. Final hour before we close today. We'll be following this market between now and then, of course, and we'll keep an eye on whatever's happening on all the news fronts from Europe to here and everywhere in between. Again, we're up 96 on the Dow, the high of the day now. 26.48 on GameStop, near its high of the day. And SoFi up 9, Rocket Lab down 7, HPQ is only down 16 now to 27.30. We've got ME up a dime, Matterport up 15, ATIP at 108 up 3. Smart Rent down 6, Spire down 2.5, Sixterra down 16. Bed Bath Beyond, no change. Tesla up 3.11, Pfizer up 50 cents, Boeing down up 2.28, Cisco up 15, Twitter up 27 cents, Home Depot up 127, Carvana down 37, Robinhood up 9, Vanik up 91, IBM up 33, Microsoft up 43 cents, Goldman up $4, Google down 47, Amazon down 29, Meta up 72, BlackBerry up 7 cents, Royal Caribbean up 96. Let's see, where am I here? Target up 83, JP Morgan up 249, Costco down 41 cents, Walmart up 34, Nvidia is now up 135, American Airlines up 15, Netflix down 240. Moderna up 593 right now, coming into this at this moment. Okay, there we are, everybody. Up 105 on the Dow, down 38 on Apple, up 240 on GameStop, at 26.44 on GameStop. Join me later today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. We will be live for the final hour. Thank you all for your best wishes, support, thumbs ups, and subscriptions and membership, everything. 214 thumbs ups. Love you guys. One more shot of knee emojis before I go to make this market does what it should do for all of you, make you nothing but money. Thank you all very much. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 Eastern. Okay, talk to you later. Bye for now.